round two. So as you remember last time when we were trying to do the push start button on the Acura Integra, we ran into a mess, a spaghetti mess of wires. But after some thinking about it, I decided I'm just gonna remove those wires. I'm not gonna try to incorporate them. It was just a big old mess. So I went and traced wire by wire to get each and every one of those rerouted, resoldered, and all that good stuff. So it's done. Now we can actually get to the good part. But before we do that, can you do me a favor, please? Hit that subscribe button, give a thumbs up, like, comment down below, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for joining. Welcome back. Today in the garage we have Doggo, Rufio. Why are you acting dead? Oh, yeah, buddy. All right, he's over there crying. He's wanting to get out, but he can't get out because he'll run away. I think. I don't know. But here he is. Say hi, Rufio. All right, yeah, he's good. So let's get to it. So as you can tell, the wiring is now gone. We are left with just factory wiring now. I did have to reconnect everything. So that is why I have the soldering, the heat shrink, and everything on there. Because I had to just redo a whole bunch of wires that were just cut and reran. And there was a lot of them that when I traced the wires, it just like one of them was, you know, wire went to a relay, and then I followed the other wire coming out of the relay, followed all the way back to the same relay. Why did you have 18 inches of wire just to go right back into the relay? That made no sense, but it's done. So now we can get started on this. So let me get everything out of the way and cleaned up so we can start unplugging and plugging the kit back in. So give me just a second. All right, so we got the mess cleaned up out of the floorboard here. So we still have all the remnants of wires and, you know, electrical tape and everything that we had to cut, but we're at the point to where we can install. So up under the dash, you have this wire that needs to come unplugged, and then this one right here, if you can see those. So it's just, those are your two factory wire. We'll unplug that. That'll come up here. We'll take this off, and then we can install all the good fun stuff. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and get back with you. All right, so we have everything taken out now, and it's now just plug and play and put everything back in, and we'll be done with this install. So we've got the new wire. Already plugged in there. That thing came out. So it's just unplug it there, unbolt it, 2 bolts, and that is it. It's done, it's out. So we can continue doing the project and getting the rest of the push button installed. So let's do that. All right, so I have the actual ignition plugged in to where it needs to be. My light is super bright. I don't know why, but it's like, yeah. I don't know why, but my light is super bright. It's all good. So next we have is the green wire that attaches to your brake pedal. You have to step on your brake in order to start the car. That's how all modern push to start cars are and everything. And that's cool that they include this. So it'll tap in, it's a green wire that they provide for you, and it'll tap into your green wire on your brake switch. So they give you this really cool like little tapper, so you don't actually have to cut your wire. This will just crimp on, and then this end will plug into it. So if I get up under there, I'll show you which wire it is. Let me see if I can. Hold on. So this is your brake switch right here. So you have a couple of green wires on there, but you want to find the one that has green with like red striping onto it. It's slightly darker than the others, but that's the one. It's green with like red stripes. So you want to tap into that one. That's the one that's going to put your brake pedal on. So remember that, homeboy. Remember that. It's this one, the green one. The green and yellow. Homeboy, that one right there. All right, so let's tap into that. All right, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We got a homeboy here. We got a homeboy with us. We got the Rufio. He's trying to get in the car. He's never been in the Integra, and I'll never let him in it. But he's trying to get in. So let's get this brake pedal done and taken care of. Whoo! I had to take a little bit of a break. Man, just being up underneath the dash is like, it had my head just going crazy, man. I don't know. I had to go take a break, get a nice cold glass of Gold Peak sweet tea to refresh myself. But we're good. We're good. So we have the ignition harness plugged in. We have the green wire plugged into our brake pedal. The only thing left to do is to mount the antenna. This guy right here. Mount the antenna, plug him in to the end of the box, and then mount our push button and plug it in to the box, and then test it out and see if this thing actually works as well as they say at JDI. I mean, so far it's been really painless putting it in. It hasn't had any kind of issues except for getting up under the dash to get the connection off of the brake pedal, but that's Honda's or Acura's doing, not JDI. Other than that, we've been good so far, so hopefully this continues. Everything is good. Let me show you something real quick. So I took the green wire and I wrapped it around my harness, so every wire will be together instead of just everywhere. So this is cool right here. We're going to continue doing that with the other wires, so everything will be together, so when I do tuck it up under there, it'll be nice, organized, and pretty. So if by any chance I ever sell this car, you know, somebody else that gets it, they won't see a mess of wires as I did with that alarm system. Let me show you what all I took out real quick. So all of this, like every bit of it was that alarm system. Like we had a couple of, like 3 different boxes. We had like 6 different, like, you know, relays onto it. You had wire antenna. All this wire really just went to a relay that was right next to it, but they gave, you know, a good foot of wire and just wrapped it up. Same thing with this, and just everything was a mess, and then zip tying everything together, and it was bad, but it's out. I mean, it functions. I may end up putting it just for the door locks itself, but it's like, it was a mess. It was a pain to even look at, but it's out, it's gone, we're good. So that means we get to finish this up. So let me do a couple more running the wires, securing everything out of the way, and we will test it out, and hopefully it works well. All right, so before I just go ahead and put everything back up, everything's wired up, everything's plugged. Let's see if it actually works before I put everything back up and find out that it doesn't work. So I'm gonna take my little blue RIFD chip, touch it to the little, okay, so we get the beep saying it's activated. Foot is on the brake, push the button. It works. That's cool. I mean, it's lit up. It's pretty cool. Like it works. So put on the brake, hit it again. Car shuts off. So foot not on the brake. Push it. Nothing. Push it again. Nothing. Push it again. Okay, there you go. So your accessories will come on. Push it again. Your accessories turn on. So if you just push and hold it for like 2 seconds, your accessories come on. So push, 2 seconds, push it again, 2 seconds, all your accessories come on. If your foot is not on the brake, push it a third time, it turns everything off. Put your foot on the brake, it lights up, push hold, car starts up. So it works. It works. So everything's just got to get tucked away and secured and go from there. And we have a JDI push to start with no key. You do not need your key. Well, you need your key to get in your car, but not to start your car. Put on the brake, push it, it turns off. And then you could take your little chip wherever I put that thing at, I don't know. There we go. Take your little chip, swipe it, it's shut off. So now you can put your foot on the brake, press it and hold. It's secure. No starting it. It's you can't do anything. So that is awesome. Let me get everything cleaned up, put back together, and we will give it the final verdict and see what it is all put together and show you guys. So bear with me. Let me just put everything back together and get back with you. So, okay, we run into a little bit of a problem. So when putting the clamshell back on with the push button, I noticed that once you take the your actual lock and key off, you lose those screws that mount the bottom of the clamshell on. So it's only held on by one screw in the back. I mean, it's secure, I guess, but I don't like it. So I've decided I'm gonna create a little bracket, just make it out of like 22 gauge sheet metal, probably bend it to make it a little stiffer and harder, and then put it on there. So yeah, so when you put the clamshell on, normally there's like a couple of screws right here in the front that'll hold that on, and then one in the rear. Well, the thing is, the lock cylinder actually sat right here, and it used 2 bottom screws that held in right to there. So now that we don't have that, we lose that structure. So I made a little template just out of some construction paper of what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use 22 gauge sheet metal, cut it out, and then do these bends into it to make it secure. It'll mount 3 places onto it and be able to hold that all into place, so it'll be secure up in there. And then everything will be good to go and perfect. So let me go ahead and get to cutting. Okay, cool. All right, so I just cut it out on my piece of extra sheet metal that I have, traced it out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna cut it and put a couple bends into it, drill the appropriate holes that I need, put it on there, and we should be good. So let me go ahead and cut that, bend that, and get that put on. We'll go from there. All right, cool. Guys, we threw some sparks, we got some things cut, some metal. I always love doing metal work. We got a little bracket bent up. I'm about to hit it with the flap wheel, throw some paint onto it, put some riv nuts onto it so I have something to thread into that'll hold that clamshell up. And then after that, we could just put everything back together, push the button, start the car, and be good. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Hold on for just a minute for the final product, and then I'll show you the final product of what everything good and how it works and all the light ups and yay, the fun stuff. So give me just a minute and I'll get right back with you. All right, guys, it worked. It was a success. It was actually a really easy job. The hardest part is where you want to run everything, where you want to place all your wires and run your wires, and where you want to place your box and your antenna and all that good stuff. If you hear that, that means it's deactivated. See, step on the brake, push the button, nothing. Take my little key. Where's my antenna? Hit it, you hear that beep beep. Brakes, push, 3 seconds, it starts up. It works. I mean, here's your button, right where your key goes. Step on the brake, turns off, everything's off. So we are successful in installing this push button in a 2001 Acura Integra, bringing it up to 2021. Or whenever they did the push button, but it's here. On another note, if you haven't, go check out the renderings of the rumored Acura Integra that's coming out. It would be a goal to be able to purchase that and have kind of like the older of the last generations, the 2001 and also the 2022 when it comes out. So that would be a goal. So maybe we can get to that goal if we can actually hit. Let's shoot for 50,000 subscribers by 2022. If we can do 50,000 subscribers by 2022, we will purchase the 2022 Acura Integra when it comes out. So I need your guys' help to share these videos, like these videos, comment on the videos, knock the algorithms out of the park on these. And we will, if we can reach our goal, we'll get a 2022 Acura Integra to have right alongside with the 2020 or the 2001. Wish it was a 2021, but no, it's a 2001. But the push button is on there. It works awesome. It works perfect. It's amazing. I like it. The next big thing that we have is finishing up the suspension. We got bags in. Surprise! Yay! We got bags. So we have a lot to do. It's going to be a long drawn out process because we're replacing a lot of bushings. We're going with spherical bushings on some things. We're going with polyurethanes on the other. Have a good combination of both, but we have bags, but we have the setup. So stay tuned for the air ride setup, guys. It's exciting. I'm excited about that. That is that. I love it. Can't wait. But until then, guys, watch the video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Leave a thumbs up and a comment and share the video with everybody. I appreciate you for watching. And from the bottom of my heart, stay gold, stay humble, guys. Peace.